So this video serves two purposes. I want to first introduce you to the way the units in our class work. And then I'm also going to introduce you to paper number one. So our class works in units. The unit that we're working towards is paper number one. So in the next couple of weeks, you're working towards and through the writing process of writing paper number one. You don't have the materials available to you yet for paper number two or paper number three, but we will kind of shut down paper number one after you turn in, kind of go through the whole process, and in the end turn in paper number one, and then we will open up paper number two. So I start off the unit with an assignment sheet. Every paper number one, paper number two, and paper number three start off with an assignment sheet. The assignment sheet details what's expected of you in the writing of that paper. Not necessarily the whole process we'll go to, but this is the requirements, the description of what is paper number one. So that's basically where we start. Going back, before I look at paper number one, going back, you'll realize that there's actually a lot of stuff here in this paper number one folder. Not all of these things are exactly assigned to you on our syllabus. However, they're all useful things. So in our syllabus, you'll notice that you're assigned basically the first 6 chapters in Everything's an Argument to help you through paper number one. And they're really useful chapters because they're about writing and they're about reading arguments and understanding the rhetorical appeals of ethos, pathos, and logos. And that helps you through paper number one. Additionally, I have added, there's the PowerPoint that I put together on rhetorical appeals. There's a sample paper. It's not meant to be confining. I hope that, you see this as, wow, that's one way that this person took this assignment. But there's many other ways that you can take this assignment. You don't need to use it as a form, but it's definitely something for students who haven't written a paper like this before. It's helpful to look it over and go, aha, that's what that looks like. There's this. It's an article on rhetorical analysis. It's a writing tip. Now, these two things are both where you turn in your rough draft and your instruction for peer review. And then there's another PowerPoint on paragraph development. So some of the things in this folder are actually assigned, and some of them are resources that I very much suggest you look at. And then there's the actual place to turn in the final paper. So kind of the whole process is in this folder. Okay, the same will be true of paper 2, and the same will be true of paper 3. There'll be a bunch I just want to show you paper 2. Obviously, it's not available to you. Realize that there's actually a ton more resources in paper number 2. Again, all of them super useful and super helpful. So make sure you take the time to read through those resources. Now, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to actually record a separate video for introducing us to paper number 1.